I completely fail at the internet. I really do. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so chat isn't showing up in the window. I'm absolutely 100% positive that I used to be, for some reason, I used to be able to see what I was broadcasting and then set it live. But for whatever reason, it's just gone boom, it's gone straight live. So I suck at this. I so suck. Um, right. Just, well, what? Well, we'll try. Right. If you're just tuning in, the next 10 minutes is just going to be shite. I would advise skipping forward 10 minutes if you're watching this after the live vlog, because the next 10 minutes I'm probably going to be trying to figure out what has gone. Yeah, oh, Mark Robson. I just did an OBS update earlier on. I just did one earlier on. I can see you're coming up on my phone here at the same time. Boink. Boink. Yeah. I see everybody in chat. I see everybody. If you can let me know if the quality of the voice, not the accent, but the voice, you can let me know if that's clear. I would appreciate it. It's cool. I should put the heating on. It's bloody freezing in here. Now, why is my chat not working? Why is oh, there we go. Thanks, Mark. Chat. See, it's all showing up there. Fresh. That's all okay. If I transform order, move up. Hey, I tell you, 20 years I worked in IT. You would never know. You really would never know it. That's good. That means I can now watch. I can watch one here instead of doing all that carry on. Stream key embedded now. Yes, it is, Mark. Yes, all embedded. Right. Yeah. Vapor Addicts. It's my Huawei. That's the W1 watch. I've had one since they came out. It's still hands down the best smartwatch I've ever had. I had two of them. I gave one to my dad, and I love it. Right. Here's how this is going to work. This is me now starting the vlog. This will be a proper vlog. I know that I've done some videos over Christmas, New Year, chewing the fat, Facebook, things like this, but I'm going to try and keep this to a proper vlog format. I will stop at times, so if you're in chat, I will try and come back every 5-10 minutes, and so save your questions. If you have any questions, please save them, and we'll get back to you. But there's all the happy people. Are you all back to work? Is that everybody back to work? Is anybody still off work after the new year? Happy New Year, by the way. Right, I need a vape. Who have we got? Right. Hello to everybody. I'm not going to go into names and everything just now, but we'll start this off. Right. Before I get going into the vlog, oh, bugger it, we'll call this the vlog. I tried recording the vlog as I normally do with my camera, and in that vlog I started off trying to address some things that have happened the past 24 hours, the past month, or the past couple of weeks. I wasn't going to go into detail, but I just wanted to address it at a high level, some of the things that have been said. And I kept going off in one, as I normally do. I kept going off in one, so I had to keep stopping it, and then I started recording it again, and I thought, bugger it. And this is why, from a video perspective, I prefer doing my camcorder, I prefer having the control, but sometimes it stops you saying what you really need to say. It's too easy to back out, and that's one thing I do like about the live, is that when I open my mouth, I'm committed. I can't back out of it. What I've said, and people are hearing it live. So here we go. Right, first things first. I receive lots of gear to review. I get the vast majority of it free to review. Now, sometimes gear turns up in my door when I have not asked for it. Or sometimes it turns up in my door when I've specifically said, no, I don't want to review that, I've no wish to review it. And that is the case with these. So, I received both of these bits of gear, so thank you to Smoant for sending this on, even though I said please don't. And thank you to vapesourcing.com for sending this on, even though I never agreed to it. So, 2 bits of gear. Now, I have up here, this shelf is, I've got enough vape gear, review gear here to keep me going for probably another month, if not longer than a month. I have a review queue, so I have to assign time to these reviews. If I get stuff unsolicited, then sorry, no, it's not going to happen. So what I decided to do was, rather than just give them away, give them to mates, or just throw them away, was I put up a post saying that, here you go, anybody that's an up-and-coming review channel, if you have less than 1,000 subs, drop me an email, I'll check your channel out, and if it looks like it's, you know, I like your style and I think I enjoy it and whatnot, I'll send these on to you free and you review them. And that was it. In my head, that was the simplest thing under the sun, was that, yeah, it's gear that you would never have seen from me, but for whatever reason, some people seem to think that that's an elitist attitude and that I should be reviewing these things. Sorry, but it's my time, and what I do with my time, and this is my spare time, what I do with my spare time is entirely up to me. And if, geez, that's the thing, and here's the thing, I'm going off on another little tangent. When I speak to people on camera, when I switch the camera on, I'm talking to you the same way I would speak to you in real life. That's it. There's no hidden agenda, there's nothing going on, there's no nothing. This is who I am. If you want to read into something or make something up, then bash on, have a go at it. I've had near 6 years of it, and honestly, keyboard warriors, trolls and all the rest of it, you just get blocked and deleted. Job done, it's over and done with, and I get on with my day. It's brilliant. Too much? Probably. I didn't really want to do that, but it did annoy me last night because I couldn't understand. I mean, I get, you know, you get the ones, you know, you get the ones where you shouldn't be selling stuff for charity, you should be doing giveaways for your channel. Those ones I really laugh at. I find those really funny. But I couldn't get my head around this one, the rant in this one. The other thing before I get this year going and start the vlog going is to those people that if you watch my channel, you should be over 18 and you should be an adult. Please, please act like one. That's all I ask. Don't believe everything you hear. 2017 was all about fake news. If you hear something about somebody, ask for proof before you make your mind up on it. Ask for proof, and that's what I'll just say on that one. I mean, you could make up stuff about anybody. I mean, I could say that I saw somebody at Vape Expo in the toilets giving out free blowjobs in return for vape gear to review. drop a name, but you wouldn't believe that. You wouldn't, because you're adults, you're grown-ups. You would say, well, hang on, I want to see photos. Maybe not. But you know, how can people be so... Anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at chat. Vaping V1CK. Yes, that's not how I talk to you in real life. I called you a bumhead. See, that's a lie. I wouldn't call you a bumhead. I would be a lot more vicious than that. A lot more vicious. Bumhead's kind of... yeah, that's not enough for me. Right. Tom Beatty says, haha, who was it? Come on, tell us. No. Zero. No. Not interested in that whatsoever. Sod it. Right. What am I vaping on? Today I am vaping on this. The Palm BF, which, what am I at? 26.9 watts on a 0.4 ohm coil. And this is the Dead Rabbit SQ. And I mean, I love the Palm BF, it's a brilliant bit of kit. But this little squonker, well, I'm using it as a squonkinati, is really, really good. I'm really enjoying the flavour on it. I think, and the fact it's 22mm, it's got that knurling on it. It's almost kind of retro. If it wasn't for the Dead Rabbit on there. Single coil. I like the vape from it. It does have tiny little holes on it if you want to do mouth to lung, but I'll be honest, forget it. In no way do I think this is a mouth to lung Atty. Restricted lung hit, yes, but setting it to the mouth to lung, because there's tiny wee holes on it, for me it just doesn't work. It loses flavour. I mean, I'm running it at that just now. That's actually slightly more open than I normally run it at. And it's great. The flavour is very, very good from it. Now, because I'm an idiot, they also say, I'm going to do lots of running about here. Well, not running about, wheeling about. Where are they? Right. I made a mistake. Now, what happened was, who makes this again? Hellgate. Is it Hellgate? Hellvape, sorry. Hellvape sent me the SQs. They also sent me the original Dead Rabbits. So when they sent on the SQs, they also sent on these, which are new top caps for the Dead Rabbit, the original one, which I no longer have. So I went online last night and ordered another Dead Rabbit. So yes, the Priest and the Butcher. Is it the Priest and the Butcher? Yeah, it is. Priest and the Butcher. Do you fancy a look? Or have you seen them? I've not even opened them. Robbo, Dead Rabbit. Just put more batteries in it. I like that. Right. Here we go. Boink. Can't get in it. Houston may have a problem. Ooh. Alright, this is just going horribly wrong. I've got stuff going everywhere. Lassie, how you doing, pal? No, don't you dare. Running away with stuff. Now, oh, is this just, have they just, there we go. There's, I don't even know which one that is. That's the Priest. Yeah, that's the Priest one. Is one going to be more flavour and the other one cloudy? If you know, just say. But once my new Dead Rabbit arrives, then I'll check these out. The other reason that I wanted to get another Dead Rabbit was that every time I have a 24 or 25mm mech mod, the Doge V4 goes on everything, because that's really the only 24-25mm ATI I have. So I end up putting the Doge V4 on everything. So I'm going to keep this dead rabbit when it arrives, because I wanted to put it on this. So this is the, oh god, I've forgotten the name of it. Is it the Dreamer? Yeah, the Dreamer by Timescape. Now, young Mr. Yeah, beardy guy comes to here on me. I know he's going to be putting up a review for this very, very soon, because he has all 3 versions, because obviously he has more subscribers than me, so they sent him all 3 versions, and because I'm just a lowly reviewer in the UK, they only sent me 1. But that's going to look, oh, that's going to look so cool when it comes together. It really is. This is by Timescape, and you can actually swap. I mean, it's got the Dreamer there, but you can actually change the cap and switch around so it goes that way instead. Who's got a question? Dave Smithson. Use a beauty ring then. Shut up. Like this, because it can actually take a 21700 battery as well. So once again, young Mr. Beardy fella, Dean, will be putting a review. You better put a review out for this weekend. If you don't, I'll rush my review out and do it within 24 hours. Like, yeah, because I'm a professional reviewer, and professional reviewers don't rush out their reviews. Telling you. This is the crazy thing. This is all about people that are sitting in their homes, their sheds and whatnot, talking to cameras and showing gear off. It's why people get so worked up about it, I'll never know. Right, so that's the dead rabbits and the Timescape out the way. Let's show you some other stuff. Dave Smithson says it's quality, not quantity. Yeah. Dion78 got the Descendant mech for Christmas. Whoa. Right, what else can I show you? I'm working my way around because I'll forget. I did say in a live stream that I did on my Facebook page that I will be reviewing doing a video for the Molly and the Molly V2. That will probably be my next video. Those of you, I apologise, some people have heard this already. These were not necessarily given to me to review, they were gifts. But I want to show them off because I really like them. And I've said this before a few times as well. When they arrived, they weren't perfect. There was little niggles and flaws to them. It doesn't change the fact that I still think they're brilliant devices. I really do like them. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about them and show them off, because it's nice to show off nice things, isn't it? It's nice to show off nice things. Now, where am I going next? The gem. I've got that to do. I've got this little guy to do. The gem from Innokin. I really like this. I vape it at, what's that, 12 watts. So I vape this with a heavy VG at 12 watts. I think it's an 1100 or is it 1000 milliamp hour battery. It's 1000 milliamp hour battery in it, and I get all day vaping at 12 watts in this wee thing, and it gives it gives good flavour. It's not shit, you know. It's not. How awesome would it have been to have coils that were that good when 6 years ago? It would have been so much easier for people to stop smoking. But right, so I've got to review that now. I also have, and I'll take these down, and I'm sorry if I've repeated myself in these things. Sinistral, both keepers. Both keepers. What's both keepers? What did I mention? I've forgotten. Yeah, I'll Ellis. Yeah, I feel like a real vapor now. What is it? No, I don't know how to do that. I never forget when I went to Ireland for my very first vape meet, and it was all about getting. I was standing there. Was Grim Green. He was getting his photo taken with folk. I was getting my photo taken with people. It was so strange. And I looked over, and Grim's giving it all this and this. I'm like, what's that for? What's he doing that for? I was still out the loop on that one. Oh, sorry. Sinistral, the Mollies, yes, both keepers, both of them. I really like them. I just do. And the fact that he did the doors for me. Don't know if that'll show up. So that's my. For those of you that don't know, that's my my Phoenix logo. I have that is big tattoo here is my Phoenix, and so I used it as my logo when I first started doing the reviews, and sometimes when people do things like that, I just really like it. Right. Shed Life says Vika 8000008. You must have a heater in there, isn't it freezing? Yes, I do have a heater in here. In fact, that's it there. It's just a Frostwatch heater. It's not the warmest. Julian Lee Van Collar says Molly V1 or V2. That I will cover in the review. Is it going to be? Yeah, that'll cover in the review. I'll cover in the review. Vaping V1CK. Stop it. Stop it. Now, something else. I don't know if I mentioned it. I'll show you this. Check that out. I posted this on Facebook. This was a present from Sasha Delboy, Van and Del Designs. This was, is it Randy? Can't remember. The guy that first did the first Genesis atomizer, basically. Well, Van was about, those guys were about at the same time, and this was the very first, one of the first prototypes that they ever did as for a Genesis atomizer. If I got anything, I don't think I've actually got a battery in here and anything that I can show you, but I'll take the deck off, the cap off, and let you see it. So this must, oh, this is Genesis. This is the beginning. This is going back in time. This is before Dids, Cobras. This was before The Line by Van and Del. This is the beginning. Let's see if I can get the close up to work better in this. Okay, camera control. Oh, where's my autofocus gone? Focus. There we go. Focus. Right. It's a wee bit janky because I have been vaping with it. But yes, that is your positive and negative there. And that is how you built on it. This is how we used to vape. And I have to be honest, but see coiling with, I mean, I've got some really old thin 0.15, 0.2 millimeter, not AWG, millimeter wire in here, and that's what I was using. And And this is where I get the whole, when I say in the videos about the mouth to lung thing, and saying that things aren't necessarily mouth to lung as I remember them. I mean, that's mouth to lung. Now that is proper mouth to lung. Where did I put my let's turn this down as low as it'll go. I kid you not. Right, this is how I remember mouth to lung. This is a starter device turned down to its smallest hole, and this feels like a direct lung hit to me. This is what they call mouth to lung now. This is what I remember mouth to lung being. And that's when I say in the videos, especially about the latest Innokin gear, the Zenith and the Aries, you know, I'm not having a dig at them. I'm not. It's just mouth to lung to me was always something different to what mouth to lung is now. Does that make sense? I don't know. Right, Dion78 says looks melted to me. It was a prototype, mate. It's a prototype. Don't get too hung up on the way that looked. That was just it's, yeah. LD Williams says that kind of reminds me of the Did. That was way before the Did. Way before the Did. J. Cole, yeah, not even worth talking about, buddy. Not even worth talking about. But thank you. Dean says, what are you at, mate? Right. Sput says, tight as a prostitute's funny on a Monday morning. I've never heard that one before. Now, on to the next stuff. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there's Dave Smithson's kind of, I had it on there. Mouth to lung will always be 0.6 to 1 mil. Yes, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. I'll leave it at that. Now, I got some stuff through from Asmodus, and I'll just quickly run through it. This will not take long. I can't remember if I showed this off before or not. This one, basically, this is just a Minikin V2 board on the front with stab wood panels. Dual 18650, probably 200 watt, the usual, and I will show this off in a proper video. It's too big, and the edges are sore in your hand. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this at all. But there we go. Also, the Spruza, is it the Spruza light switch? Once again, you see that? Once again, we've got the, you know, the Minikin V2 touchscreen thing going on here. Right, I'll be very polite here. Can't get the feckin' door off. There. So you're squonking with that. Look at the condensation build up in there. There's lots of things I could say about this, and I'll keep it to the video, but my biggest gripe with this is that you flick the light switch to put juice up to here. You have to prime it, so you have to do like 5 or 6 pulls to get the liquid up and sitting up at the top, then do another few pulls to prime the tank, to put juice in the tank. If you leave it alone, the juice drops back down, so you have to keep priming it, and I hate that about it. There's other issues with it as well, but I'll leave that. Mohammed, hello. And this one is the thing with no name. What's this called? The Colossal? Colossal? Once again, we've got the Minikin V2 thing going on, but single 18650. And I really like this, and it's still, yep, still smells like the board's fried. But I'll be doing I'll probably do one video for all three of these devices. Yes, probably will. Sinister says billet box RAM squonker. I get, yeah, but the billet box, yeah, it has a tank in it. That's, yeah, I'll say no more. You'll get me into trouble. So I'm just ignoring you. What did I do with that other thing? Oh, there it is there. Pop that up there. Right, what's next up here? Oh, I think I've told you all about this already, but there's the Jazz. The Jazz by Van and Del. Basically the Soul S with different airflow on it. I'll be completely honest, I really like the flavour from it. I'm really enjoying it. I hate the drip tip. It's too short, and the sooner they come out with a 510 drip tip adapter, the better. There you go. Vaping Biker says, have we talked about the Bravo yet? What's the Bravo? I don't know what the Bravo is, mate. What's the Bravo? You've lost. See, just have I got something called the Bravo? Oh no, that's Wotofo. Oh God. Right, let's move along next. No, I will say something. I got a present today. I got a present. Look at this. It's a present from Imeo. It's a lifetime supply of O-rings. No, I'll get killed for that. It's a leather wallet for Doink. It's pretty smart. It smells gorgeous. So you've got put your GGTS in here, your IATI in here, somewhere for drip tips and batteries. It's gorgeous. It really is nice, and it's got lots of writing on the back, which I've not actually read yet. So if you want to read it, pause and read that. There we go. So yeah, Imeo. Who would have thought that I get on with Imeo after all this time? So strange. It's good to meet people in real life. Anyway, I need a drink of tea. Next, oh, I'm still plugging away with the one prototype. The guys have changed the design on it slightly. They've put in a second negative post, so rather than just, yeah, they've put in a second negative post. I'll leave it at that. So that's the one RDA, and there is a Facebook. It'll be done through Facebook. There's lists and all that kind of stuff, you know. So it's not going to be for everybody. There's my favourite small person, Mr. Mark Elliott, very famous. He's about this height, really cuddly. I've not shown YouTube folk this one, but this is the pink. Oh God, oh this is wrong. Is it? I've forgotten the name. It's a guy's called Sam, vapesmarter.org. I think it's vapesmarter.org. Howard, what's Fire and Fury? As soon as the new book Fire and Fury is released this morning, I am leaving you. I don't know that. I don't know that one. Dave Smithson. Where's the other cup? Yeah, the cup. The cup was a present. This one was from Colin. And I got another cup, which was a present from Dave Smithson. It's in the house, mate. Right. So this was the pink, and this is actually really nice. This is actually really nice. Brass along here. brass tube, single 18650. It's all done in-house. It's a MOSFET. It's got a Mod Maker squonk bottle inside it. Oh, Howard, yeah, Trump's book. Ah, yeah, I'm with you now, mate. And this is actually pretty damn smart. It's too big. That's my take on it. It's. I wish it was smaller. It doesn't spoil vaping with it or anything like that. It performs well. I just wish it was a bit shorter. Where's a battery? My kingdom for a battery. There we go. So just to give you an indicator. So that's a single 18650. And that's the height of the mod. Now I know he's got a MOSFET and whatnot going on in the top of there, but I just, if you could make that a bit shorter, I think this is really nice. His woodwork, his stab wood and his resin and the colours in it are really well done. But it's just too tall. I feel bad now. It is Vape Smarter, isn't it? The height of the mod. Oh, shut up, you. Vape Smart. Is it Vape Smart? Go on. Yes, it is. Vapesmarter.org. That's if you're interested. I will be reviewing that. I will be showing that one on. It's tall, bit sexy. Mark Elliott is lovely, but it's far too big for me. Well, I have so many jokes there, but I will say no more on that. Right, the other one that I've got to show you is this. This is a prototype version of the Mirage, which is by Lost Vape, and yes, it does look kind of similar to a Pandora V2. It's not a clone, but it does remind me of it. I think this is the nicest thing Lost Vape have ever done. It just feels really nice to vape with. 18650, 2700, 21700, DNA 75C. That's kind of like a resin on the back there. There's a few little flaws on the prototype, but then once the proper one, once the retail one gets to me, I'll do a review for it. I know Dean's got one as well. I'm really enjoying it. Those of you, I've said this before, the Latier mods you get in High Creek, it feels the same as one of them. It's got that same kind of feel to it. I don't know what the price point is going. Actually, has Rob got them on Steam Island yet? Because I know he's going to be getting them in to sell. If Chloe or Rob's there, Luke Snow, Mark Fagan's 21700 wouldn't fit in his. That's because it's a prototype. He's not reviewed it already, has he? They've only got prototypes. They don't have the retail versions yet. That's none of my business. That's none of my business. Like I say, we get some of us, like myself, Dean, and other reviewers, you get sent prototype mods. They don't always tell you that it's a prototype. That's the problem. Sometimes they'll just send you a mod and say, here you go. And you go, oh, awesome, thanks. I'll put a review out for that. And you test it for a week, 2 weeks, and then you review it, and then you find out that it was a prototype. Nobody knows. Nobody told you. Thankfully, when they sent these on, they did state that they were prototypes, and they were looking for feedback. Mirage Lost Vape. Videos. Let's have a look for videos. No, I don't see anybody's put up a review for it yet. But, by the by, yes, 21700 didn't fit in mine either. But I gave measurements and did a little video and sent it back to Lost Vape. But they are saying that they have adjusted the retail versions so that 21700s do fit. Have to wait and see. Vape Don't Smoke, 100 quid. Oh, that's not bad actually. I don't actually think that's bad. I'm quite surprised. I thought it was going to cost more than that. I really did. Because there's no zinc alloy on it or the usual crap that you get from China. It just feels more like a premium product. So, I don't get that. Sorry, I'm just reading a comment here from. Let me check this out. Bump. Remember how a year ago all reviews were about clones and originals? Today the guys that used to clone now design their own gear. Yeah. Not getting into that. Right. Here we go. Here's something else. Now, the wonderful Neil. Neil, I have to show off the other. I'll come back to that. Right. Gee, you have to see this. Oh my god. You have to see this. Hopefully I won't break this, because I'm an idiot. Right, let's screw that on there. Right, I'm sure that this is called the Gulliver. It comes from Germany. It's all done in-house by the guy himself, the metalwork and everything. As far as I know, that's what I know about it. I'm not really up to all the details on it. But, have a look at that! So like I said, this is, I'm sure it's the Gulliver. So, this bit here, this is the control. So this is your board and everything in here. So you've got an SX350 J V2 in there, and in here we have two 26650s. You can run it with one 26, but I'm running it with two, and that is a dwarf DL on the top with a Simons drip tip. Awesome. It's not that I'm compensating. Yeah. Put it like this. That's the Beagle. Right, we need a comparison here. We need a comparison. There's a single 18650. Ah, that's not going to show up too well. Look at that. I'm really tempted. I would love Stuttgart. If we go to Stuttgart, I would love to take both these mods with me to Stuttgart, but I would never get through customs. So to Neil, thank you very, very much. You always know how to just make me smile. But where I was going with this story is that here we go. The 454. This is the 454. Okay. I own this. I reviewed this 3 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? And big, huge fan. When I got the squonk pin for it, transformed it for me, and I used this all the time. Now I sent it off to Neil a while ago, and then I agreed to have a look at Jay Hazy's 502, which is also done in conjunction with the people that made this. Raven's Moon, isn't it? So this is Jay Hazy's 502, and this is the 454. Blink. Very similar. Very, very similar. This Jay Hazy's one has different airflow in it. It's obviously bigger diameter, and it comes with a pretty smart squonk pin setup in it. I will be reviewing this. I've only had it for 2, 3 days, being completely open and honest as always. I'll have a vape with it just now. Robbo, yeah, Raven's Moon. Screwing this on here. I've put a few builds in it. Now, before I launch into how I feel about this, or my first impressions, I'll tip my hat to Jay on this one, is that as a reviewer and for putting his name on a product, he could have gone down the road of making something that would have sold by the bucket load and appealed to mass market. It would have appealed to everybody, and they would have just lapped it up like they do with most reviewer gear, and he could have made a fortune. Well, I don't know how much, but he could have made money from it. He's not. He's actually gone, and for me, this is, if you like the 454, and this is an old Atty, still keeps up with modern Atties, then I think you will enjoy this. It's not, the problem is it's not aimed at mass market. It really isn't. And you can't put big coils in it. You can't put low resistance coils. I mean, if you put anything like 0.3 and below in this, then it's just forget. It gets roasting hot, and it's not designed for that. I mean, I've got 0.4 joule coils in here just now, and airflow is fully open, I think. Yep, it's quite an open airflow. And it's okay. Right now, and this is my first impressions, I've got my build down as I want it in it. I can build on it no problem. I have lots of practice. I've been building in 454s for years. I just find that the flavour isn't as good as the 454. 454s to me is smaller and more condensed inside, and because this has got a slightly bigger chamber, it's got that big airflow, it just doesn't really work. Howard, it's InnoWire that I'm using, Howard. It's there's no point in showing you this build because I've tried several builds in it, but I've settled on, this is 2.5mm inner diameter coils with InnoWire. And as I said, it's coming out at 0.4. I've, rather than having the coils completely vertical, they're slightly angled. I do like, do you know, I'm going to tip my hat to him. I mean, I'll save it for the review. I like the path he took. I think it was a ballsy move. But for me right now, the flavour, I am not getting as good a flavour as I am on the 454. Everything else I will leave till the review. There we go. Next. Right. Oh, bugger. How long have I been talking for? Too long? Probably too long. Boom. Here we go. This is the Bravo. The Bravo by Wotofo. It's another dual coil. Yes, it's another dual coil RTA, and it's got lots of knurling on it. It has. Let's pop it on my magic wand here. Dave Apes says somebody's got lag. I'm watching the live stream here, mate, and it looks okay. Try refresh, possibly, or if anybody else is getting lag, then let me know. There's nothing I can do about it. Seneschal, 48 minutes. Oh, Schwartzy, 2 days. Lovely man. Oh, there we go. So there we are. 39 watts is not enough to get this going. 50 watts. Okay, here we go. So there we go. Clouds, bro. I don't know what it's nothing. One thing I will say about it is that the clamp system on it, I've not seen before. I'm sure Dean said that he'd seen it before. Was it the Cheetah or something like that? Let's get that out of there, and we'll try going for a closey up. Try going for a closey up. There we go. Let's try a zoom on that. No, that's zoom. No, it's focus you want. Yeah, knob in a shed. Right. There we go. So, got the big air holes. You know, you got the wick going underneath and all the rest of it. But the actual, don't know if you see that. The clamps are underneath. So when you undo the terminals, what the fuck? What's that about? You know, the clamps drop down, and I've not seen it before, me personally, but how many batteries in that prosthetic says stir fry vapor? 2 26-650s, my friend. It's one of these ones where it's for big cloudy vapors where you will have to ramp the wattage up and all the rest of it. It's easy enough to build on. Well, I found it kind of easy to build on with the supplied coils, but let's try popping this down. Boink, get that on there. Oh, pardon me, more tea, Vicar. It's going to appeal to a certain market. Do you know, the flavour isn't that bad. I'll give it that. The flavour is actually better on this than the Blitzen. I don't know if I'm actually drinking the vapour or actually vaping it. Who knows? So there's that. A review for that will be coming. Now, show you this. What I did get. What? Oh my! Can you see? Can you see my lava lamp? I got a lava lamp from my wee brother for my Christmas. I've not had a lava lamp for years, since I was a little boy. But Adam says, nice to see you vaping a McPherson strut off a Mark II Escort. Yes, it's not far off it. Let's go back to something smaller. Yeah, Sinistral, best not take that mod with you to Glasgow. Might need to. I got this. I finally got one. This is the Hussar RDA. The Hussar RDA. So I've had the RDTA for. I actually gave that away. That went in a charity raffle. The RDTA was. I liked it. I wasn't a fan. I really don't like having to put wick down and stuff like that. I'm just not a fan of it. RDTs in general. So using the dripper, just the RDA, where I can just squonk with it, it's really good. The flavour from this is, for me, is better than the RDTA that they did, and I'm really enjoying this a lot. Mark, yeah, you're absolutely correct. The decks are, no, I'm not. No, they're not. Actually. Yes, the top caps are very similar. The idea with the top caps are almost identical. The deck itself is, yeah, I see where you're coming from when you say they're similar. The air slot looks almost the same, but the actual wells and where you position the coil and all the rest of it is a bit different. I'm going to say that the vape is almost on par with the Narca. The only thing is, I find getting the coil position height to get a really good vape from it a bit trickier. It can be quite tricky. It's not as tricky as the RDTA was. I found the RDTA a total ball ache to get set up, but this is a bit more forgiving. Dion78 says Wasp. It's a bit early in the year for wasps. No, I don't know where. They've also sent me on other top caps for this as well. They've also sent on a prototype for a new tank that they're working on, which I can't show you. It's getting a bit cloudy in here. And the only other thing, I keep finding gear to show you. Sorry, this is a long one. I'm really sorry. For shits and giggles, I went out and I bought a wee whistle there. No, I can make it whistle if I wanted to, but it's not, I wouldn't call that a whistle as such. You know what I mean. It's not like a Narda whistle. That's, you know, the Narda, when it whistles, it's a pain in the arse, but it's not like that. There's Keith. Hello, Keith. Right, I bought this for shits and giggles. So for £28, I got, what's it called? The V-Sigo or Moonbox. It's by Sigelli. It's the Moonbox, and this. So that was £28. That's what that cost. This is a 200 watt Joule 18650 device, and it's basically made out of this tin. It's basically made, that's what it is. And do you know, this feels really flimsy. I mean, the lids are, it's this. That's about all I can say. The only thing I feel I have to point out, which I didn't know, and I did a live stream and got the piss taken out of me about this, was that I can't really find anything to vape this. Oh, I can. Oh, I can. There we go. I've got something to vape with now. The problem is that the potentiometer here starts at 50 watts. It starts at 50 watts. I don't vape at 50 watts. I just don't. So let's get some batteries here. We'll pop them in. It's not for me. I mean, you've got the cartoon graphics on it and whatnot. Some people will get their knickers in a twist about that. I'm neither here nor there in that one. But pop this lid back on. The other thing is that you see that you're going to have a gap there. Right, it's got 5 clicks on off, and you can charge your batteries internally. And I've just put the 454 on there with a build that I shouldn't be putting 50 watts through. Such a tip. Right. I mean, that's I don't know what else to tell you. If you vape at 50 watts and higher, then, and you're looking for a really, see, the great Wombatsky says watts on a VV device. Yeah, I know. How, it's just, why is it in wattage? I don't know. But the thing was, I hooked it up to my little doohickey machine up there, and it is putting out 50 watts. It's putting out 50 watts when it says it, so I can't, but I know exactly what you mean. That's just blah. But anyway, yeah, there we go. Right, let's, oh, I've got something else to show you. I've got something else to show you. This is the Alcatraz RDA. It's made by Hayes, but it was sent on to me guys that run Phileas Fogg. It's only being sold through a Facebook group just now, but I would imagine in time that you'll be able to buy it from Phileas Fogg. Anyway, let's move this all out the way and I'll show you this, because I actually really like this. The flavour from this is right. Focus off. So that's what it looks like. Okay, excuse the drip tip. So it's not a looker. It's not, you know, it's you're like, oh, that's old school. But look, 2 holes there, 1 air hole there. Okay, right. Give me a second while I get the top cap off. I'm just gonna. I know I'm out of focus. I know. Right. So underneath the top cap, you then have this going on. So you got another 2 holes there, and your hole there. But look in there. Out the way. So this bit comes off as well. If it wasn't covered in e-liquid. And that is your deck. So there should be a screw goes in there as well, sorry. But you actually put vertical coils in this. So, focus back on. You put a little vertical coil in this, and this is good. Once again, I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but I would. Nah, you can get quite a tight. You can restrict this down quite a bit, and I can't get that bit back on. There she goes. I've not used it in earnest as yet, so I can't say exactly what it's like. But draw, I can get a good old lung hit out of that with a slight restriction. But that's it fully open, and you can turn it right down, and that air is going down into a tiny little chamber and smacking that coil. I like, so far, I like this. I do like this. It's going to appeal more to people like me and the way I vape than anybody else. I mean, if you're into big coils and all that kind of stuff, it's not for you. If you build with 26, 27 gauge wire, or use thin, you'll love it. But the big ones, no. Right. Volker, remember the Joyetech e-grip? It was yeah, I remember them well. The e-grip was actually, it was good. Was it a 1500 milliamp hour or 2200 they came with, the little e-grips? There was a few revisions, I remember, because we used to sell them in the shop. Dave Smithson, how tight a draw does it go down to, similar to a zero? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll close it down to, how do I close it down to a single? Can I close it down to just a single? That's a good question. I can't see, the light's shite in here. Boom, boom, boom. So that's going to be there. Oh, okay, yeah. So I can get it down to a single. That's single. Now it's still it's possibly what people would consider a mouth to lung today. It's more than a 1 mil airflow, mate. Definitely, I would definitely say that's more than 1 mil. But you can close it down to a 1 mil. Actually, a little. You could mouth to lung this, mate. You could mouth to lung that. A review for this will be coming at some point, but I think it's definitely one. Yeah, for people that vape like me. Right. I apologise to anybody that's posted in chat questions and things like that I haven't seen. if you have any questions, then now would be the time to ask, because I've nothing else to show you and I'm probably just going to talk crap. The price for the Alcatraz, I don't know. I think it's about 80 to 100 euros. I think it's about that price bracket. There's Smovi420. Greetings from India to all. Hello. You're survaping a lot. 100 euro. Says Eric. Survaping a lot. I tell you, you look so like Russell Brand. You really, sorry. You really do. Balossin Soren, is that right? I don't know if I'm Bob. Can you name a true mouth-to-lung RDA for squonking? Can't find any on the market right now. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you, Dean. I had this question on a live stream yesterday with mouth-to-lungs RDAs, and I went, I can't think of any off the top of my head, and then it was just a stream of people rhyming off mouth-to-lung RDAs. You've the is it the No Name plugin? Look for the No Name stuff. They do lots of mouth-to-lung RDAs that you can squonk with. Mark Elliott saying the Snapdragon is great for mouth-to-lung. Yeah. And there we go. There's the nuts. There's the nuts RDAs. Yes, there are quite a few on the market, and if you keep an eye in chat, you'll see them coming up. Feel free to shout out with any mouth-to-lung RDAs that you're aware of. I'm not going to be. I don't plan to go to Vape Jam this year, so I'm not going to be at Vape Jam. I'm not going to be at Expo because I'm going to be in Germany at the Hall of Vape instead. Yeah. When is Vape Jam? I don't. I'll have to wait and see. I'll have to wait and see. I'm wanting to go away on holiday with Karen, so I'll need to try and work out the finances and see how that goes. The Origin Little, yeah, and fantastic for mouth-to-lung as well. Yeah, the Origin Little was quite smart. Volker says, okay, here's an uppercase question. How do you fill a Narba? It's no secret that the Narda, the Narca are, for me, my all-time favourite RDAs. Okay, they are. The Narba and the Narta, I just... filling them was... okay. Sorry, that was Karen. Filling them was a pain in the arse. You have to make sure that, you know, when you put your cotton in, that your cotton does not fill out the well completely, fill out the wick holes completely. If they're closed off, when you go to fill it, juice is just going to come spurting out the holes. Also, you have to, I found I had to use a syringe. That's what I filled mine with, was something like that. It was the only way I did it. Or the 10ml bottles that have a needle on them. That's the only way I could fill my Narbaz, Narcas and Nartat, not Narcas, Nartaz, Narbaz. Yes. Don't know. That's all I can say in that one. Tell us a story about boats. I could tell you lots of stories about boats, but I won't, because I'll just bore you. We talk about this every year, about going and buying a boat. I'd love to go and buy just a small yacht again, because I miss the sea terribly. It's like, you know, the grass is always greener, hindsight and all that kind of stuff. Working at sea is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. other than dealing with YouTube trolls and idiots. But working at sea was really, really hard graft. But as just something about being at sea that just, have never slept as well in my life as I have at sea. Sleeping next to a big Caterpillar diesel engine, it's just the best thing ever. Yeah, I'll shut up. You and Dean should do an RDA. I'll never ever put my name in an RDA or a tank or juice or anything. Never happen. Vape Jams the 8th of March. I really don't know, but thanks for letting me know. Twice as big in April. April. Stuart says April. Oh, if it's in April, I might manage that actually. I might manage that. The great Wombatsky says true mouth to lung is as subjective as juice flavouring. Yeah. No, yes, no. I don't know if I agree with you 100% on that one, but I understand what you're saying. Volker says, yeah, he's got a needle in his bottle, but pressing 70-30. Yeah, I get that, mate. I understand. That's why I let both of mine go. James says, did you get a leader killer? No, I didn't get one. Sorry. Schwartzy says I should call it Dignity. Mate, do you know how many boats are called Dignity in Scotland? They're all called Dignity. And if you don't get the reference, then Deacon Blue. Is it? We'll try this. Okay, we'll try this. I might regret this. Okay, Google. Play Deacon Blue Dignity.
Dignity by Deacon Blue, sure. Playing on Google Play Music.
It's working. It's working. I can't believe it's actually working for a change. You won't hear it. Okay, Google, turn volume up. Such a good track. Anyway, good Scottish band. Okay, Google, stop. Thank God it worked this time. And I'm sorry to everybody for setting off your Google Homes. Yes, I don't think I'll be going near Portobello anytime soon. Right, Dave Apes, that's a bike pump afternoon. Dennis says you need to visit us at a vape show. Vape Jam 6th, 7th and 8th of April, says Andy. Vapor Caper says, please may I ask, what is the size of your shed? God, I keep forgetting. Is it 12 by 8? 10 by 8? 10 by 6? I can't remember. No, I best not measure my shed in the vlog. I've set off everybody's Googles. Yeah, the Peslo by Jorda is an excellent. You can get a really good mouth to lung vape from that. That's a great RDA. And I said in my vlogs and so on, KHW mods do great stuff. Did you ever listen to The Sweet? No, I don't think I have, mate. Sorry. That's another one of these things that's just gone out my head. Anybody been watching Vikings? This season of Vikings has been very good. I've really enjoyed it. Have to say that. Really enjoyed Vikings. What else have I been watching? Been watching the Grand Tour. This series of the Grand Tour, Clarkson and May and Hammond, has gone back to old Top Gear when they were good on the BBC. I'm actually enjoying it. I thought the first 2 seasons of the Grand Tour I thought were shit, absolute garbage, but I've been enjoying. I'm really enjoying this one. I'm just reading. I need to be. What else have I been up to? Not much. Not been up to much else. I'll be honest with you, it's just been what I'm forgetting. I've been talking shite. Oh my god, I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. This is just unheard of. Let's do videos. What have I put videos out for this week? Todd Reviews videos. Now, here we go. I put out a video for the Zenith tank by Pete Bizzardo, Phil Bizzardo, and the Vaping Reek. I love that. The Vaping Reek. That's every time I look at it now, that's all I see. I think it's okay. It's a good tank. I think it's a good tank. I don't think it's anything amazing. It's just good. It's a good tank. Oh, Lucifer. Do you know, has there been any new episodes of Lucifer out this year yet? I've not checked. Other videos I did reviews for, oh, somebody's awake. I did reviews for the Ent mods, which I really, hello, you coming up? Which I really like, and yeah, I think they're good. I think that the Squonker needs to be, I think he needs to shrink the Squonker just a little bit, but the Mech mod's absolutely gorgeous. The Mark Bugs Blaze, oh, bugger. So, I like the Blaze. But the issue I had with when you screwed an ATI on, the button on the Squonker was coming down, which put it on a tilt. So I contacted the guys and said, I've got this issue, and I think there was a communication problem, because they came back and said one thing. I put the video up, they came back and they said, oh, we see what you mean now. I'm the only one, apparently I'm the only one that has had this issue. Everybody else that got theirs have been fine. So they arranged uplift for mine, it's gone back, they're putting it on the lathe, they're rejigging it and sending it back to me. So, I don't like that. Sorry, this is all. Stuart has said about Lucifer, episodes are too short and remind me of how Scooby-Doo and the gang solve problems. It is. You do not need to have much of an IQ to watch Lucifer. It doesn't challenge the old brain cells at all, but it's good fun. Yes, it's good fun. TJ is somebody. Sorry, who just asked this? Andre Roth said, what breed is TJ? TJ is a working cocker spat. A working cocker. A working cocker spaniel. It doesn't really work. It doesn't really work at all. Tony's saying, that people are saying Peaky Blinders. I've actually started watching Peaky Blinders. I'm about 4 episodes in. I'm struggling to get into it because I'm watching it once Karen goes to bed because it's not her kind of thing, and I have to keep turning the volume down, so that's not working out too well just now. LD Williams says, are you going for the double Bizzardo? Hopefully no, because I actually have videos and I have to do, and I have work to do as well. I've shown you everything. No, I've not. I hate missing stuff off, but listen, I need to. You can't stay there. Right. I can't reach. Bugger it. I want to get away. Oh, no. I want. This is not a good look. Oh, I wanted to show you. Bugger it. I'm going. I haven't got the energy. How do people talk for this long? It just baffles me. Just wanted to say, thank you. To everybody that watches these videos, thank you. To everybody with an ounce of intelligence that watches these videos, thank you even more. To people that get my humour, my sarcasm and all the rest of it, thank you for putting up with this shit. For those of you that don't, for those of you that get offended for any reason, then I would suggest that you email info@thevapingbiker.com with any complaints you may have about things I have said and done. That's my complaints department. Your complaint will be dealt with due diligence, care, concern and attention to detail. So that's info@vapingbiker.com. Thank you. I'm off ski. Guys, I will get videos up as soon as possible. I said that I wasn't going to do any more of these live streams and I was going to go back to doing my normal on camera. As I said at the beginning of this, those of you that have just tuned in, the reason I didn't was at the beginning I addressed some things that I had to address. I tried addressing it, recording my vlog normally, but I kept chickening out and I kept tripping myself up. So putting myself in front of a live camera forced me to say it, just come out and say what I had to say. But it was basically just to say, you know, if you want to troll, if you want to hate, if you think I'm two-faced, if you think I've got an agenda and all that, then don't watch my videos, bugger off. I don't really care what you think. That's it. So, on that note, have an excellent weekend. Apologies to everybody that I've forgotten to mention. I am going to say, I'm going to put a shout out to a guy in the States, to Errol. Errol, if you see this, I know your health isn't that great, mate. Your missus has been on at me to do a shout out for a while now and I keep forgetting. So this is a shout out to Errol in the States, and just look after yourself, mate. That's it. Guys, stop streaming. I'm going to stop the stream. People that get offended can feck off. Yes, I totally agree. Say hi to Narag. Narag, hello. Ali, thanks Mark, good blether, thank you. And should be live, reviews should be recorded. Yeah, I get that, mate. I agree. And live reviews are gone. That's not going to happen. And right, I'm stopping streaming now. Bye bye.